Logarithmic equation. Logarithmic equation is one with logarithmic of the variable occurs. Oh my god, I'm so bad at spelling. Some logarithmic equation can be solved by using the fact that logarithmic functions are one-to-one. And this means that log base 8 of x equal log base 8 of y. So since we have the same base, x and y then have to equal to each other. Guideline for solving logarithmic equation. We first isolate the logarithmic term on one side of the equation. You may first need to combine the logarithmic term using the logarithmic law. Then write the equation in exponential form based on the fact that log base 8 of x equal y. That implies a to the y equal x. And we solve for the variable. So let's take a look at the first problem. Solve the logarithmic equation log of x plus log of x minus 1 equal log of 4x. So recall log of a plus log of b is equal to log of a times b. And we use this fact here. So then we can write this as log of x times x minus 1 equal log of 4x. This means x times x minus 1 is equal to 4x. Now we can solve for x. X squared minus x equal 4x. X squared minus 5x equal to 0. Factor out x. So this telling us that x equals 0 or x equals 5. So note that we can, so then we check, right? Let's check. Log of 0 plus log of 0 minus 1, does that equal to log of 0 times 4? Note that we cannot take log of 0. So x equal to 0 is not a solution. So we can only have one solution here is x equal 5. And the next one, again, I will rewrite this as ln of 2 times x minus a half equal ln of x to the second. So I use the exponent law here. So now I have 2 times x minus a half equal x squared. 2x minus 1 equal x squared. X squared minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So x minus 1 times x minus 1 equal to 0. This means x equal 1. Okay. So before I move on further, let's remind ourselves the domain of log and logarithmic. So the domain of log and natural log, it is from 0 to infinity, right? So when we solve this equation, we need to double check that the solution that we have is in that interval. And so here in this case, x equal 1, or x equal 1 is a number in the interval of 0 to infinity. So let's just double check, right? So x equal 1, if I plug it in here, so ln of 1 minus a half, so that is ln of a half. So that makes sense. So therefore, x equal 1 is the solution. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay. In the next one, I can write this as ln of x minus 1 times x plus 2 equal 1. And I then will use the property, I'll use the fact that I can rewrite log as exponent to write this as x minus 1 times x plus 2 equal e to the first. Okay, so now I'm looking at x squared plus 2x minus x minus 2 equal e. X squared plus x minus 2 equal e. X squared plus x minus 2 minus e equals 0. I can solve this by using the quadratic equation. So x equal plus or minus b, x equal negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. We use that fact. So x equal negative 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 and negative 2 negative e divided by 2. So negative 1 plus minus square root of 1 plus 8 plus 4e equal 2. That equal negative 1 plus minus 9 plus 4e divided by 2. So you look at two solutions. X equal negative 1 minus square root of 9 plus 4e divided by 2. This is less than 0. So this telling us that this part is not the solution. Whereas x equal to negative 1 plus square root of 9 plus 4e divided by 2, this is greater than 0. So it is a solution. And the next one. So note that we have the same base here. Okay, we have the same base here. We use that in a little bit. So first I can write this as log base 3 of x plus 15 divided by x minus 1, and that equal 2. This means x plus 15 divided by x minus 1 is equal 3 to the second, that is 9. So x plus 15 equal 9x minus 9. So then 24 is equal to ax. So x equal 3. Here we want to solve this equation by graphing. Okay, so solve by graphing, I can go ahead and split this up. Let f of x equal to x and g of x is equal to ln of 4 minus x squared. So the solution is the intersection of the graph of f of x and g of x. Okay, so go ahead and start graphing. So y equal x, and the other equation is ln of 4 minus x squared. And we go ahead and graph. And make sure that we can see our graph. So let's make it zoom standard. And so we see that there are two intersections. So let's calculate the intersection. And we want to calculate the intersect. So here's our first curve. And the second curve is that point. So the intersection there is x equal to negative 1.96. And there is another intersection. So let's calculate the other intersection. intersect. Here's our first curve, and there's a second curve, and that is the intersection of 1.05 set. So 1.06.